we said today we are going to have an interesting conversation and performance, right? Interesting conversation and performance with us in the studio. So, before we welcome the guests that are joining us, let me give you the proverb from Malawi. And the Malawian proverb is very, very simple. As if it weren't bad enough to fall, the ladder lands on top of you. As if it weren't bad enough to fall, the ladder lands on top of you. Hey? What does that mean?
When it rains, it pours, man.
That's it.
At all. Yes, no. The ladder also knows that things are going south, so let it just follow suit.
Yeah. If it's coming by and by, the ladder should know. I mean, this person has fallen.
It's already down. Let me at least prop it up a little bit, right?
And I'm the one who didn't hold him when he was up there. Then he's fallen. Then now I'm also falling. Why does the ladder have to fall? Some of these things, you just think about them and you start complaining.
C'est la vie.
From far. Start complaining and wondering now why. Why does this have to be? Yeah? Tell us the kind of conversation we're about to have now.
Well, I think it's the first time we've done this on the Situation Room, isn't it? But we are having, it's Spice Way. I was going to say Broadway, but then let's just make it Spice Way. I think I'm already very excited because we're seeing, and they're very well behaved, my goodness. So there's, of course, we know that the festivals are going on around the country, the competitions, the art and drama competitions happening around the country. And I think we have a talented group from St. Mary's here, and as well as their teachers of music and theatre and art are here with them. And so we're going to be, privy to some great performances this morning, and I'm very excited to hear that. I think it's also very important that when we are injecting the realms of art and music into our studies and learning, and so that's going to be a great experience this morning.
So let's start with introductions from the teachers,
right?
And you'll all introduce yourself. Starting with you, you're already a performer.
And it's interesting because it's the teachers of music, the teachers of drama.
Yes.
Before it used to be, it was my music teacher or my English teacher. No, it's not. The teacher's not English. It's Kenyan.
The teacher of music.
So I think that we
It's not the dramatic teacher.
No, it's not the dramatic teacher. Although there were some, but it's not the dramatic teacher, please.
Okay, wow. First of all, on behalf of St. Mary's School, our entire fraternity, I would really, really like to appreciate the Standard Group for having us. It's very humbling to entertain and host us this morning. My name is Mrs. Jackie Kasuku. Been teaching in St. Mary's since 2004. I do theatre in the IB program where we teach theatre arts. Yep, so I've got close to about 15 musicals under my belt. Well, I'm not wearing one. Under my belt, yes. Yeah, that's the long and short of me. A mother, a wife, a very proud teacher of these amazing ladies and gentlemen, and very, very many others.
All right. Wow. Sarah.
Oh. Yeah, my name is Sarah Kaiser King. I'm a teacher of theatre arts. Also, I've trained or a director of plays, that is the stage. Also, poems, the spoken word, and so many others. Yeah, happy to be here today.
Okay.
Yes.
Elizabeth.
My name is Elizabeth Ndeto. I'm a teacher of English for the last 8 years, but I just joined St. Mary's this year, inheriting theatre arts, making my debut this year, inheriting from Mrs. Kasuku. We are very grateful and thankful to be here.
When you talk about theatre arts and this thing that you teach, Jackie, what is this thing that you teach? I mean, is it just drama? Is it music? Is it performance? What is it and why is it important?
What is theatre arts? If you look at the current, though controversial CBC, as is being implemented, but I have no problem with it. My small girl is very happy, and happy child, happy parent. Yes. The way the government envisioned was to move away from too much bookwork and reincorporate. And I say reincorporate because I'm a beneficiary of what people have come now to call the original 844, as it were. So there was a lot of out of classroom activities, and talent was identified very early. So theatre arts in itself, as then when I go down to theatre arts, the school, in adopting to teach the International Baccalaureate program, picked on theatre arts as one of our subjects to teach. By the way, Lupita did that particular course at St. Mary's. And it probably explains why she's gone as far as she has in the space. Yeah, so it's not just acting on stage, but the whole of the processes that go into getting stagecraft up and out. We teach about being, directing, creating plays, designing plays, all that stuff. So, yeah, we do that.
And they're different, I don't know what to call them, but there's a difference between a musical and a play.
Oh, yes.
And there's a difference between all those things and singing.
Yes.
Is a play is a
musical
play with music, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's acting and singing.
Right.
Yeah.
And beyond that, for most of the part, the musical as a genre in the performing arts, it's a genre on its own besides melodrama, because you've got melodrama, that's one different genre. Then we have got the musical itself. And the musical thrives absolutely and totally on music alone. Actually, without music, you will not have a musical. So, yes, that is one of the differences between the two genres.
And are we getting, and I think it is extremely important, are we getting more and more young people interested in performing in the arts? I mean, I think we have an older generation that would want to sit and be entertained by the arts. We can watch a play and you can, go and attend this or that, but then performing in them and then going on to do something like that, I think for me is extremely important, because then we re-invite the more social aspects of learning and education at a younger age, and then saying, look, you can make this into something that you do for life. It can be a career.
Actually, what's happening is the joke I like making, and I think I've shared with some of the students I teach, is if at their age I went home and told my parents, yo, mom, dad, I am going to do theatre, I do not know where I would have slept. Because they would look at me, you did not go to stand on a stage, what is your problem? And while for a longest time back then, many people would probably appreciate watching people on stage, but I don't think it crossed people's minds that I could be the one there. My daughter, my son could be the one on stage. It did not cross people's minds. But now we are in a space where people, the creatives are being appreciated. And a thing I also like saying is, while many people don't remember, it's not even remembering, we were never told. We were always told about Einstein, and I love his hair, the way it stood out. But we were never told that he actually also loved playing the cello.
Yes.
So in as much as he was scientific and absolutely scientific, there was a side of him that embraced the arts. It was not the main one. But if he could appreciate something like that, then what about us? So what is happening, and what I like about what you just said, is that there are actually very many more people going that. Every day look around, there's new actors coming up, and they are very good, very well talented for that matter. It's not just people trying to hack it and make it or fake it till they make it. No, there are good people who are actually acting, and they're coming up, and there are very, very many people. So and I think I want to still go back to the conversation that is honestly plaguing the country. I loved the fact that the way there is the intention to infuse and bring in the performing arts in the curriculum. We will definitely find very many more people going down there, and we need, as a nation, we're talking about job creation. This, or the entertainment space, is a place to create jobs. I don't have to finish school to wait for somebody to employ me. I could end up having my own company, and we create jobs for each other on stage and open up that space.
And perhaps to add on what my colleague has said, and to answer your question, there are many students, and even younger than the ones we have on stage today, who are interested in the arts, and it's upon us as a country and as schools to give them that platform, because they could have the interest. If we do not then give them the platform to perform, then they will somehow bury that interest. And as adults, you'll agree with me, there is a point it gets when you can't start learning new tricks. But if we give them the opportunity to learn and perfect their skill in theatre, by the time they're coming out of school, they already know what they want to do and they already have the skills to go and employ. They're not starting from scratch.
Good.
I think theatre arts is, for us, has been a great program in that way.
And probably also to add what she to add on to what she has said, we don't whenever we get children, whenever we get students and learners in schools, most of them are absolute novices. They have not had a background on that, and it's just about opportunity. Most of them just need that opportunity, and you just see transformation. You see a transformation. I am a believer in the fact that the way my fingers are not same, all of us are different.
Absolutely.
So we cannot say that all of us are book smart. If you're book smart, and most of us as parents, I'm a parent myself, and if I don't appreciate that children can be different and my learners therefore can be different, Kiran there might be good in the sciences, Raphael there. Yeah, Raphael is the scientist there. There is the artists there on that stage. There we've got like 4 girls who are doing theatre arts. They definitely are. Christy there, who never acted before, like seriously, she comes on. Good singers, how will they know if they're not given the opportunity?
If they don't get the chance.
Yeah, but you find that this generation of the younger generation actually have no qualms about being
They're
in
willing
front
to
of
try.
people. Yes, that's one thing.
They're daring.
Yes.
They want to do it.
In a way we were not.
Sarah Kiza King, how about you introduce us to your students, because they're here in the studio? Tell us who each one is one by one, and then they say hello to us.
Okay, I hope I'll remember all their names. So we have Kiran. Hi, Kiran. Hello. We have Raf.
Hi.
We have Rishi.
Raphael is our head boy.
Oh, the head boy, yeah.
Yeah, Raphael is our head boy. Yes.
We have Rishi.
Hello.
We have Adelina.
Hello.
We have Lawino.
Hi.
We have Aura.
Hi.
We have Christe. We have Imani, our assistant director. And
Assistant director.
Yes.
All right.
And then we have Daniel. Yes.
Why does Daniel have a different
So
colours?
let's start. Daniel, get on stage, and the bosses,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The 2 bosses get on stage. Go to a mic, each of you, and tell us. I mean, why? First of all, why you?
Why is
why you-
Daniel's coat blue? I want to know.
Why you dress different? Let's start with you, Daniel. Coming to the mic.
Yeah, okay. To answer your question first, the reason I'm wearing blue is because, I don't do IB. I'm not in IB right now. I am currently in senior school. I'm in Form 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so usually have different colored blazers to the rest. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm happy to be here. Very happy.
So what are you in this whole enterprise?
I play the character Marty. I don't necessarily sing during the musical. Not a lot. I dance and act a lot. Yeah, and I'm getting into the I don't understand how to explain. Yeah, into the string of
To the groove of things.
yes, on how to act and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm doing well.
Good. Yes. We will see shortly. Madam Assistant Director.
Yeah, I'm quite short.
Boss Lady Ma'am.
I'm Imani. I'm the student director of the play. And yeah, so my job is to help Miss Jackie and Miss Kazia to, direct the play. So it's my first time actually directing. I've always been on the acting side actually. So yeah. So it's been a very interesting take since I've been in love with performing arts since I was 3. Yeah. So yeah, it's been fun. Yeah.
And what do you do as an assistant director? What's your job?
I help the team get their lines. I help in lights. I help in backstage. I help put up the vision into the play. Yeah.
All right. So who's going to introduce us to this Dreamgirls whole production that you've done? I mean, what's it all about?
The whole thing is about 3 girls who are trying to break into the music world as a representation of Black people. So we have Dina Jones, we have Laurel, we have Effie, Michelle, and we have the male representation, of course, who is Jimmy. Then we have the business perspective into it, who is Curtis. We have Cece, who's actually going to be the songwriter, and we have Marty, the business manager. So actually, they can talk about their roles a bit. So yeah.
You're the director.
Yes.
Direct them. Who comes
Yes.
first? Who goes
I
first?
want the Dreamgirls to first introduce themselves, then we'll go to the guys.
Okay.
And so, wait, what are the Dreamgirls first?
What are the Dreamgirls?
It's big. As in large. As in huge.
As in mine is better than yours.
So, just to start to introduce the Dreamgirls, my name is Lawino, as mentioned before, and do I step up? Okay. My name is Lawino. I play Dina in the musical.
My name is Aura. I play Effie in the musical.
Okay.
My name is Christy and I play Laurel.
All right.
My name is Adelina and I play Michelle.
My name is Rishi and I play Cece. Yeah. Can I say hi to my mom? Hi mom, hi dad. I'm Raphael Munge, I play Curtis Taylor Jr.
Hi everyone. My name is Kiran Itebete and I play Jimmy Thunder Ali.
All right. So I'm going to call Mike Guy to come and adjust the mic so that the Dream Girls have the correct height of mic for them. But as that happens, let's come back to the conversation. Jackie, tell us about this particular production. Why this particular production? Why Dream Girls? So, and then where are you taking? Are you taking it on the road?
Okay. Why Dreamgirls? When I was charged with the responsibility of looking for or identifying a production, it coincided with a very interesting phenomenon that I had never seen in the years I've been at St. Mary's. And that was that for the very first time, we had in our baccalaureate class more girls than boys. And then I thought to myself, every other year we've had boys, musicals that have many more boys. Well, we are a boys' school up until IB, of course, when we have girls coming in. But I thought, well, Dream Girls, why don't we do it for the first time? And actually, a daughter of mine who had also done IB told me, when we did Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I felt it also, it was like the girls were just token, they made token appearances. Of course, Joseph's kids were boys. So the girls, the way Andrew Lloyd Webber scripted it, the girls appear, they're dancing, they appear, they're wives, and they had absolutely no lines except the narrator. So I thought to myself, why would we not try and have
balance it out?
Yeah, balance it out. For the first time, let's have something that it's unusual, so that when even the public, as they're seeing our advertisements going around, because we basically invite people, all lovers of theatre. Normally, we invite them to come and rain on St. Mary's School and enjoy the space of young people trying to act and explore their talent. So that was one of the reasons. Actually, for me, that was the main reason. There are more girls. For the first time, let me see like many more girls. Again, like you notice, of course, there's such a balance because the men are the controllers of the industry. And so while these girls are trying to make it, whether they come forth coming from Chicago, very innocent, the way most of us, and I know very many, I mean, Kenya and the world is so filled with people who have dreams, young people who have dreams. They want to achieve something. In fact, there's a line there. One of our actresses talks about, "I want to be somebody." Right at the beginning, they want to be somebody, and somebody. So how do we encourage, or how do we give them that space and platform? And so they wanted to go into the performing arts. So they try out, they come more an innocent people, and then they encounter now the sharks, as it always is. There's always somebody who might be out there waiting, prying on you. Will they give you the opportunity? How will they treat you? And things like that. So by and large, some of the themes that thrive in that make this musical, or that made us also pick it, is the idea about wanting to be somebody, trying to break into the entertainment world. Friendship, very important. Betrayals, but most of all, family, the importance of people being family. We have got Sisi and Effie, who are brother and sister, and how sometimes things can push people apart. But at the end of the day, we are still brothers, and you're still my brother, you're still my sister, and it could be either by blood or figuratively. How can we end up that? And that's how amid, from the beginning and through the conflict of the production, eventually there is a resolution where we end on a very wonderful note. And that's where we all want to be. That's how we would want life to be, really. Probably.
Nice. And the students are going to be doing some performances for us because they are on stage. Before we take this break, the first one is what? It's all over. Yep. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's all over. It's not all over. We're just taking a break. But Madam Director, maybe you can direct them into doing the performance for It's All Over.
Yeah. Are you guys ready? Energy, smiles, and joy. Yeah. Let's go.
Arrangement has to happen. All right.
What's starting from this one?
Are we doing it a cappella?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Then we're going to show the we come in. Okay.
All right.
Are we doing the movement? Yeah. The mics are on mic stations.
Just make sure the correct keys times to the sound.
No, for this one.
3, 2, 1, go.
Effie, Curtis was supposed to
love me. Curtis was supposed to love me.
There you are, Effie. I've been looking all over.
I turned my back and found myself out on the line. You could have warned me, but that would have been too kind.
I've been warning you since Chicago to clean up your act. You've been late, you've been mean, giving all kinds of nonsense crap.
That's a lie. It's just I haven't been feeling that well.
Effie, please stop excusing yourself. You've been late, you've been mean and getting fat all the time.
Now you're lying. I've never been so thin. You're lying, cause you're knocking off that piece who thinks she's better than everybody. She ain't better than anybody. She ain't nothing but common.
Now who you calling common? You self-indulgent, self-absorbed, and unprofessional.
I'm calling you. The common piece is knocking off.
Now you listen to me, you misblame it on the world.
See, I've put up with you for much too long. I have put up with your screaming, I've put up with your nagging, and now you're screaming too.
When are you two gonna stop all this fighting?
Stay out of this, Laurel, between Dina and me.
Yeah, well, it's between me too. I'm as much a part of this group as anybody else, and I'm tired. Effie, I'm tired of all the problems you're making us.
I always knew you two were together.
What?
Always knew you two were ganging up on me.
Hey, now watch your tone, don't blame it on the rail. Now she had nothing to do with this change. It was you, always thinking of you. All you can do is rant and rave. Think a star is a king. Wake up, baby, a star is a slave.
Wake up, baby, a star is a slave.
I knew you were trouble from the start.
Trouble?
You were real bad trouble from the start.
What?
But you're getting out now. I'm not building this group to have you tear it apart. Go ahead and rant and scream and shout. Don't worry, baby, I'll buy you out.
They got enough money to buy me out. You remember that, Scottish?
Lay off, Effie. You take the money and run.
So you two with this one?
Cool it, Effie. This time you know what you've done.
So they got your brown?
I said cool it, Effie. This time you're gone too far.
I can go further. I can go further. I don't wanna stand around this. I've seen enough fights in this business. This is between all of you. Now this is none of my affair.
Well, now it's true now, sister. This no job as much as your sin. Look at me, look at me. How much did you put out to get in?
Now you watch your mouth, Miss Effie White. Cause I don't take that talk from no second-rate diva who can't sustain.
I'm not feeling well, I've got pain.
Effie, we all got pain.
I'm with you, I was your sister.
You are trouble.
Now you're telling me it's all over.
And now we're telling you it's all over.
And now I'm telling you I ain't going.
It's all over.
I ain't going.
It's all over.
Well, it's all over, I think. Well done. Well done. The students of St. Mary's School performing It's All Over from the musical Dreamgirls. Time for us to take our break. When you come back, you'll have another one that you perform. Great. Great. This is Kenya's biggest conversation, The Situation Room. Our guests this morning, the students from St. Mary's School performing Dreamgirls and telling us why they are doing the Dreamgirls and then how we can get to experience them on proper stage, doing the proper Dreamgirls in proper costumes and everything. Right? 20, proper everything. 26 minutes to 10.
This is The Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
Every man has his own special dream, and that dream's just about to come true. Life's not as bad as it may seem if you open your eyes to what's in front of you. We're your dream girls, boys, we'll make you happy, yeah, yeah. We're your dream girls, boys, we'll always care. We're your dream girls. Dream girls will never leave you. No, no. And all you've got to do is dream, baby. We'll be there. Dream. Dream girls will help you through the night. Dream. Dream girls will make you feel alright.
Dream girls keep you dreaming your whole life through.
Your dream girl can make your dream come true. We're your dream girls, boys, we'll make you happy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're your dream girls, boys, we'll always care. We're your dream girls. Dream girls will never leave you. No, no. And all you've got to do is dream, baby. We'll be there. Dream. Dream girls will help you to survive. Dream. Dream girls will keep your fantasies alive. Dream girls always love you and they'll be true.
Your dreamers will always belong to you.
I'm not the dream that you had before. I'm the dream that will give you more and more. We're your dream girls, boys, we'll make you happy. Yeah, yeah. We're your dream girls, boys, we'll always care. We're your dream girls, dream girls. Dream girls will never leave you. And all you've got to do is dream. All you've got to do is dream. All you gotta do is dream. Baby, we'll be there. We're your dream girls. Oh, yeah. Dream girls. Ooh. All you've got to do is dream.
Hey, well done. Beautiful, 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 beautifully done. Hey. Sama, Ndu.
I mean, look, I mean,
no, you say something. Come on.
I know what you're doing, but it's all right. Look, I mean, it's clear. I think that's absolutely fantastic performance, you guys, and it'd be great to see that. I mean, on the stage.
Yeah.
It would be great to see that in a performance where people can come and watch. And it's nice because if you've seen this before and you know the story behind this, and then you see them, it comes to life. And I think that's one of the things that you do through this kind of art.
Yes.
That a story comes to life. And it's interesting because of their age as well. The story still comes to life.
Yes.
Injecting that, clear talent that they have. And I think, if anything, it must be encouraged.
Extremely. What you say, very true. And if we don't encourage ourselves, some of us may not. There's a whole generation of Kenyan kids, really, in my opinion, as a teacher over the years, that might have passed through the system, that might have been talented, who might never have gotten such opportunities, to express themselves or to discover certain things like this. Yeah, and so it's sad when it's not when it gets passed. But if we can, as a society, change that conversation, I think it would be very good. And like you say, their age, they're just about 17, and then telling the story. Life is full of ups and downs, and really the story behind Dreamgirls is the ups and downs of life.
Yeah,
and the things that make certain stories and certain productions, for example, run on for long over in different theatre spaces, whether it is on Broadway and whether it is also on at West End. Yeah, but we need to get our own also Kenyan a place and home to also start honing and just celebrating such talent and being able to get them into something. Even if you, like I said, you could be employed elsewhere regularly, but you have that space where you can go and enjoy theatre, not just as a member of the audience, but as an actor, and you're working. You can go on that stage and act it out. And there are very many people, by the way, who do such stuff around here.
I just to add, I agree with Miss Kasuk. We call her Miss K. I've been acting for more than 10 years, and what I can say is the acting industry, like the government, need to do something. So many talented youths are out here, but they don't have the platform, to get in and act, and some, as we said, some of them, this can be a career. Yeah, for someone like me, this is it. I'm a thespian always, So for these young, men and women who are coming up, the government should do something. Create an opportunity, create a platform for them. After this, where to? That's the question we should be asking ourselves. We are encouraging them from the school. What about after school? Yes.
Yeah. What platforms do they have to go and continue expressing their talent and their passion?
Yes.
That would mean what? Creation of more theatres across the country?
Yes.
More places and stages where they can perform?
Exactly.
It's something that we need a reorientation of our national psyche, as far as I'm concerned, where we are able to appreciate that the arts. Yeah. By the way, before the architect comes up with that building, it must be drawn and it must be perceived artistically, and so we are just in that space. Art. There's one lesson that one aspect of the IB curriculum that we teach called the theory of knowledge. And in that space, when we interrogate knowledge, the art is a science and science is an art, if that makes any sense to anyone. We would go on talking about that whole thing, but you look at it and you see how they are intertwined at the end of the day. So beyond that, creating those spaces, but working in our national psyche and to help us understand that there is a lot of opportunities out there that can celebrate, that can offer life beyond just being on a stage. And like we're talking about, it's the 92nd the drama festivals, the music and drama festival, the music KMF, the music festivals. Yeah, where do all those kids go to? And by the way, for all intent and purposes, when we were in high school, that's where my trade began. We attended those items. I was privileged. I was lucky enough, found my way onto the place where I can...
Where you can practice,
yes,
continue
I can
doing
practice
it.
that. But how many other people do I know? I mean, when I look at my high school page of where we communicate with people, I see it just ended there or it just fizzled out. Yet in other places, you know, when you look at these British Got Talent places like that, somebody walks up, she's 50, and she sings.
Still pursuing.
She's still pursuing that.
Yeah.
We don't have that yet. Yet I wish we could do that as a space. I mean, as a country.
Yeah.
So when you talk about the government also getting up, bringing up places where this can be done, I think one thing that the Kenyan government has done has been to improve some of the spaces. Now, can it go into our various counties so that in all the places it's equal? It's not only Nairobi and Mombasa, and I pick on those because in these spaces I have seen the change, the transformation. Yeah, the first time I went to Mombasa and entered the little theater there, it was a very dilapidated place. But when we went back this time around, it's a different place, totally different. And you look and you see, when you go there with kids who somebody who has never been there before, I mean, you'll want to be in that space. You will watch, you will appreciate. So if we create more of those spaces, encourage our schools, encourage people who have that talent. In fact, and by this, some of it has to be drawn out because again, not everybody just walks up to me and say, "Hi, Miss Neto, I like to act."
Sure.
Yeah.
But I'm also looking at a spot, and I know you wanted to go something else. I'm also looking at a spot where then some of these vices that we see that will unfortunately attack folks at this age. Sorry, guys, but it's true. And we say, look, are we trying to say that there are very many things that are positive that you can be involved in that would take up your time that would otherwise go towards, some of these vices in society that we are talking about, which are huge problems today. Whether we're talking about drugs and alcohol, whether it's what we're talking about, all sorts of other nonsense that's going on. There are opportunities through sport, through art, through music, through drama, through theatre, that you can actually take up your time when you're not studying, for example.
There is a parent, actually, one of our cast members is in Form, he happens to be in Form 2 also. And the phone call I got from the mom and just about last week, she told me, and this is a kid who has totally changed before my eyes. I remember, confessions on radio. Right. I remember when the boy came, he's a very quiet, I didn't even know he could introduce himself. So he shows up and I'm thinking, okay, nice, great. So I put his name down and then we start out and I gave him a role where, because I also was not sure.
Because you're just looking at him and thinking,
I'm thinking, what can he do? And then one day he walks up to me and tells me, Miss, do I have lines to speak? And I'm thinking, okay, now how does that go? But let me tell you, that boy has really changed so much. And you watch him. I see his conversations when we are online. Because we keep a group. Again, we become family. Really, we are a whole family ourselves, as the cast members. And the mom calls me the other day and tells me, "You just don't know how happy I am." She's trying to ensure that she's able to attend there, and see that the support from parents. If your kid is going down that road, instead of bashing them down, for some of them it may be just Imani, by the way, I'm supporting you. I know parents who will drive from Thika to bring that child to sit in the car park and wait for the audition to end, and then it's midnight, and then we start our journey back. So this young man's mom tells me, my son keeps asking me, "Mom, I don't know what I'm going to do when the musical is done." And see, that was because it's a space where we come, we are down, we enjoy ourselves. And like your colleague says there, some of the vices. And by the way, even the storylines that go there, the troubles, and then, life is full of lots of things going on around. Am I going to turn to what are negative behavior to get through it, or don't I have the choice?
What kind of coping mechanism do I have?
Coping mechanism. And we have one of our characters, Jimmy, goes down. Some of the things that happen, and it really happens in life. But aren't we able to redeem ourselves? The way Effie does at the end of the story. That it doesn't work out, but is that the end of her career? Do I sit down and say, "Oh my God, it is the end of it"? Resilience, and one of the skills that we need to, imbibe in our young people, particularly, is the skill of resilience. Absolutely. Some of these things that, and for me as a teacher in that space, where sometimes I think as society we bash them so much, but their generation has got so many competing interests, and they feel driven to achieve so many things that, by the way, our generation were not driven. So even when we're talking about the pressures of life and how do they cope, if we don't equip them with how to be resilient, means the reason why we have got mental health issues, really. How is it?
How do we
get along? And so that even this very disturbing trends of kids dying by suicide is also on the rise. If they're able in such a space, I can tell you, we sit down, and when a kid has a problem, it's very easy.
You're able to connect and interact.
Yeah, they connect. You can read, and they'll. It's a safe space. They'll come and tell.
And you form bonds for many years.
Yeah, Miss Kasuku, I have this issue, or Miss Elizabeth, this and the other, and that for me has been one of the things that I totally, I think, appreciate in having done that, and like you're saying, the bonds that you create with your students.
From here to going on, Sarah, when they are acting this, does it count in their education, in their grades? So I see many of them are IB students, and then we've got the two who are in senior school, in high school. Does it matter? Does it count to their end result in school?
Absolutely. Yeah. One thing, I just take you back a bit. When we are doing stage coaching, there are three things involved. That is their brain, the mind, how it works, the body, and the emotions. And those are the things that most of them, for them to even have to express themselves, we need those three things in one. Actually, academically, if you go to their class, like the IB students, if you go to their class, I can tell you those who are doing, who are here in performing arts are doing very well than those who are just in class. We had a discussion as we were coming in, and they were actually saying that IB is a very intense course. If you don't have a breather, you are done. So to them, performing arts is a breather.
It's that moment, it's that point.
Yes. And also they have CAS. Maybe Elizabeth can talk about it,
Yes, and Imani is here, is one of our council members.
Yes.
CAS
Lawino is the chair.
And Lawino is the chair. Do you want to tell us what CAS is very quickly? In full?
Okay. So CAS in the IB stands for Creativity, Activity and Service. And so those three components are key to you receiving your diploma. And so what happens is you need to have activities that you pursue outside of the subjects you do in your academics for you to be able to attain the diploma. So in essence, the IBO tries to encourage students to have a life outside of school. We have activity where you can do sports, like now we're doing theater, like this now actually counts for what we are going to do to attain the diploma. And so things like creativity, also in theater arts, are people who are doing like the stage designing, making the props, all of those things. And so, and service as well, because you have to give back to the community and help other people in the course as well. So those three things have really helped us to work collaboratively, learn how to work with other people, and how to grow as a person, not just as a student or just going through school to attain the diploma, but what do you come out of it with?
In fact, at the end of their course, before the end of their course, they are required to upload that I have made this many hours of creativity. I have put in this many hours of service through my 2-year diploma course. Therefore, when the students who are in theatre arts now, in this musical, will get to have us as their directors approve that indeed Lawino served this many hours in theatre, which counts towards their diploma. But more than that, I think, as she was trying to say earlier, that theatre and the arts serves as an outlet for all of our students and any student. When we go into theatre at the end of the day, nowadays we say, I look forward to 4 p.m. when I can just put my books down, not think about homework, and be able to dance and let go.
Sure.
Just let go. And I think that is one of the most therapeutic thing for the mind that we can do. And the discipline that goes into theatre counts so much into the whole of a person. If I am late, there is no space actually to be late to theatre, because we've taught them to know if I am late, the whole production is late.
Yeah.
So I need to be on time. I think that kind of discipline goes into and beyond
It
the
contributes to the
diploma,
life.
even after they have done with their school.
Well done. Guys, perform your final one, family, right? Okay, as we conclude the show. So this is it. This is a curtain call.
What about what I need?
Curtis says it's the best thing for the group.
What about what's best for me?
He feels the dreams can cross over.
What about how I feel?
But when you're famous, I like great things for you. Effie, do it for me.
What about me? What about me?
It's more than you. It is more than me. No matter what we are a family. This dream is for all of us. This one can be real, and you can stop us now because of how you feel. It's more than you. It is more than me. Whatever dreams we have, they're for the family. We're not alone anymore. Now there are others there, and that dream's big enough for all of us to share. So don't think you're not going anywhere. You're staying and taking your share. And if you get afraid again, I'll be there. We are a family, like a giant tree, branching out towards the sky. We are a family, we are so much more than just you and I. We are a family, like a giant tree, growing stronger, growing wiser. We are growing free. We need you. We are a family.
Well done again. And that is the best way to end the show. That's the cast of Dreamgirls from St. Mary's. How can we watch this in 20 seconds?
We have our posters; they're available, but we also have our what is this thing called? Our pay bill number.
All right.
741116. 741116. That's a pay bill, and then account is the date and the time of the show. We have got the open shows are on Friday night. We are going to have a gala night. We are inviting all of Nairobi, all of Kenya, anybody who really loves theatre, come and watch. Then Saturday also, and we shall be having a special guest on Saturday night.
Thank you very much, guys.
Sorry, Eric, 7 p.m.
It's 7 p.m.
Yes.
Asanteni sana, Jackie Kasuku, Sarah Keza King, and Elizabeth Dato, teachers from St. Mary's, and the cast of Dreamgirls. Asanteni sana. And thank you for tuning in to Kenya's biggest conversation.